and welcome to Roanoke County Today. I'm Teresa Hall, Roanoke County's Public Information Director. Construction is moving right along on Roanoke County's new Green Ridge Recreation Center. Coming up, a look at membership rates, plus a new home for the Mount Pleasant Library, and a Roanoke County business celebrates a milestone. Those segments and much more. Hope you'll stay with us. While construction is moving right along on Roanoke County's new Green Ridge Recreation Center, Scott Ramsburg is hard at work on other matters, primarily spreading the word about all this new facility has to offer. Scott, thanks so much for taking the time out to talk to us a little bit about your marketing plan for this facility. Given the type of work that you do, this has to be an extremely exciting time for you.
This really is an exciting time for all of us at Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism. It's been several years in the making. Back in 2007, we sent out a master plan survey to a good percentage of our residents, getting feedback on what they wanted to see their parks looking like in the future. And some of the top concerns that the public had were indoor walking spaces, aquatics areas, and these are some of the main things provided by this center, and we couldn't be more delighted that the center's opening January 1st, 2010.
And the facility has a lot of other things to offer, including aquatics.
Absolutely. Well, let's start looking at indoors. Inside the center, we have one of the most unique aquatics facilities in the area. Inside alone, there's going to be a 3-story water slide, water current area, spaces for water aerobics, and of course, a water spray ground for the kids.
A lot of fun.
Outside of that, we've got a wellness center that's going to have some of the latest and greatest technology. The walking track really is unique in this area in that it's got a 180-degree view of the beautiful mountains, as you can see behind us. Those are views all around the walking track. And of course, one of the most important areas for Parks and Recreation is growing our program base. We already have very successful programs at Brambleton Center. Some of those programs will be duplicated here. We have plenty more program space for both eager participants in the area as well as county residents who might want to rent this space for their community meetings.
Scott, we just now touched on all that the indoor facility has to offer. How about the water park? I know a lot of people are looking forward to that, the outdoor component.
We have a 20,000 square foot facility right next to Green Ridge Center that we call Splash Valley Water Park, and we really hope it's going to be a pretty great destination for families in this area. It's going to feature 2 water slides, one traditional curvy slide and the other one where you drop down and spin around in a bowl and come out. Of course, it's going to have water spray areas for the kids. It's going to have a current river. It's going to have concessions, shaded umbrella areas. It'll really be a fun place to take the family.
I know this is a lot of the work that you do is getting that word out about all the facility has to offer, but the next step is beginning to spread the word about what the rates are going to be for folks who want to come out and enjoy the facility. Have those recently been approved?
Yeah, those have been approved by the Board of Supervisors, and we are just in the process of getting those up on the website right now. So check off, and our website is www.roanokecountyparks.com, and there you'll see all the latest information in advance, of course, of August 3rd, which is going to be the first day that we are actually taking pre-registration of members.
And with the rates, there had to have been a lot of research that went into that to make sure that the rates were competitive yet affordable.
Absolutely. One of our main concerns was making sure that different age groups, different demographics, different types of family units in Roanoke County and the rest of the area were going to be able to afford the facility. We looked at comparable facilities, what they offered in this area, and of course elsewhere around the country, especially government-run facilities such as this one. And we really think that we did a good job of coming up with something that everyone could, of all different family types, could afford.
Exactly, and I know memberships, the opportunity to provide memberships and daily rates were some of the areas that you looked into.
Right. You know, when you look around, there's not much that a family can go to if they're not a member and just drop in for the day and for an affordable amount. That's why we wanted to make sure that, you know, while we have affordable membership, we also have affordable drop-in rates. And I can give you a little ballpark of those. You know, the indoor and outdoor parts of the center are going to be priced separately between $5 to $9 a range, depending on whether you're a county resident or not. There will be discounts both on for memberships and for the walk-in admissions if you are a county resident.
I know it's very difficult to provide all of those rates during a segment like this one, so you do have those posted, though, to your website.
We strongly encourage you to visit www.roanokecountyparks.com. Those will be updated with the latest rates, the permanent rate information for Green Ridge Center.
Are there different discounts based upon whether you're wanting a family rate or a corporate rate? How is all that broken down?
We do have corporate rates. We also have family rates, individual rates, couple rates, and I think one of our most unique aspects of the rate structure is our couple rate / single parent with children rate. That's something that you don't see much in this area. If you look around at other similar facilities, this is where a single parent who maybe is not making as much money as a family or a dual income, a more affordable membership just for that type of family unit.
And senior citizen rate as well?
Absolutely, senior citizen rate and a senior couple rate, another pretty unique feature to Green Ridge Center.
Scott, in terms of memberships, is there any type of benefit that you're going to be offering starting in August to sign up early, sort of an incentive?
Right, as we mentioned, August 3rd is the early sign-ups. We call our first 500 members the Fun Founders because they help bring fun to Roanoke County and help found our new center. Fun Founders are going to get a duffel bag with Green Ridge Recreation Center on it, t-shirts, goodie bag filled with other things to kind of a starter kit for Green Ridge Recreation Center. These members also, since they're going to need to have something to do until the center opens in January, will be able to get 10% off all of our recreation programs that we currently offer, such as the ones at Brambleton Center. So we think that'll be a great benefit for them. There may be some more, so check our website at RoanokeCountyParks.com for more of those Fun Founder benefits.
It sounds like you've thought about a little bit of everything.
Absolutely.
Well, again, it has to be exciting for you because you're trying to spread that word. What are some of the avenues that you're looking at, or do you have something special planned to get that word out?
We're going to use a lot of the traditional media that we already use, of course, RVTV. We have a program that airs Tuesday night at 8:30 and Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. called Rec Connection Television. But elsewhere, we produce Rec Connection Magazine, which comes out in September. And January, we're going to add an extra supplemental edition this year. It's going to be one in September, November, and January. So look for that in your mailbox if you're a county resident. We're going to try to hit all residents. Of course, that doesn't always happen, but we make an attempt. We're also going to be doing some television, radio spots, and of course some postcards too, especially folks that live around the immediate area of the center.
Okay, and give us that website and a phone number one more time.
The website's www.RoanokeCountyParks.com, and if you want to find out more about it, you can call us at 772-PLAY. That's 772-7529.
Okay, all right. Scott, as always, very good to talk with you.
Thank you very much, Teresa.
And stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. My name is Clay Goodman. I'm the Roanoke County Administrator. I'm here today with Diana Rosapep, which is our Library Director for Roanoke County. And we're here to talk about the Mount Pleasant Library and some recent items in regards to its new location. And we'd like to ask Diana to briefly describe to the citizens what's occurring at Mount Pleasant.
Well, Mount Pleasant Library has moved to a new location. After 24 years in the school at Mount Pleasant Elementary, we've relocated down to J Valley Road in a new little white building where the library will be bigger, have more space, be more accessible to people.
Well, great. Why was the move necessary?
Well, Mount Pleasant Elementary School is scheduled for a complete renovation and expansion, which didn't leave much room for library operations during the expansion. In fact, I believe the cafeteria is going to be located where the library is right now, so that didn't seem like a really good mixture. They asked us to move out during the 2-year process. They'll be expanding the school.
Well, great. When did the library relocate to its new facility?
We began the move on June 1st. We had to close down the library for the renovation, or for the removal, because it's such a small space there that we would have been in the way of the movers. We moved in to the new location completely 14 days later. So it took us 14 days to disassemble the library, pack it up, move it to its new location, reassemble it, and get ready to open.
Great. Will this be a permanent move, or will we be returning to the school?
Well, the current plan is that the library will return to the school after the renovation is completed. The only thing that isn't set right now is when the renovation will be finished. That could be 2 years or more, depending on the pace of the renovation at the elementary school.
When you were working on this relocation, what did you do to get the new building ready?
Well, the building that we moved into was an existing building down on J Valley Road. It's a It's not an enormous space. It's about 1,500 feet, and it had been used before for a commercial purpose. I believe it was I think it was a beauty parlor, and it had some tanning booths inside and some other floor plan issues that we had to take care of. Obviously, we took out the tanning booths and carpeted the place, painted it, did some minor repairs, and freshened it up. It didn't require a lot of renovation, just a new layout for library operations.
What type of features you'll be providing, and do you look for expanded services at this new facility?
What we do, and one of the ones we're most excited about, is the computer lab. Mount Pleasant now has what we would call a mini computer lab. Most of our computer labs seat 12 or more people. This one can only seat 6, but that's enough because that gives us room to offer computer classes for the public there that we can offer at our other libraries. We also finally have a space for people to sit down if they want to sit and read. There's a study table for them to work at. There's just generally more room to move around. And now, for the first time, story times don't have to be held in the doorway. So the children will be able to sit through a story time without having to have adults excuse themselves and move around through them. So it's quite a big deal.
Well, great. What's been the typical response from the public regarding this new facility?
Everything we've heard has been positive. They're just excited about the space and how easy it is to get to, and the new features that it has, and the programs we've already been able to offer. We've already had a clown program there for the kids, and we're going to have the zoo come next week, and they're just excited about things they haven't been able to do before.
Well, that's great. What do you anticipate with the possible VDOT road construction on Jay Valley that could impact the library?
It will impact the library a little bit. We were kind of alarmed about that. Viewers may know that VDOT needs to do some repair and road alignment work on Jay Valley Road, which runs right in front of the new library. But as it turns out, most of the work will be done so that the driveway to the library isn't blocked. People will have to go around on Mount Pleasant Boulevard and come around from the Burnt Chimney direction to get in, but they will be able to get in and out. It just won't be. We're going to ask them to be persistent and move their way around the detours from VDOT.
But the detour will provide full access to the facility.
Yes, it sure does, and they've told us it will only be 3 to 4 weeks. So by the end of July, we should be back in with ready accessibility again.
So if anyone has need for more information, they can contact you at the headquarters.
Yes.
Or go to the county's website to get the additional information.
They sure can, or they can call the Mount Pleasant Library themselves. All our contact information is on our webpage, and including Mount Pleasant's information.
Well, thank you for that update on the Mount Pleasant Library, and I hope it works very well, especially for the children.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back in a few moments.
We're here today to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Blue Ridge Beverage Company, and with me today is Bob Archer, President and CEO of Blue Ridge Beverage. Welcome, Bob.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
We had an event today that was quite exciting to recognize your 50 years in business here in Roanoke County. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the company and what it's like to be here for that long?
Like I said, it snuck up on us, but actually I'd just like to start by saying how much I appreciated the event this afternoon. Roanoke County, a lot of the officials and Board of Supervisors were there, and other friends that have helped us through the years. But again, you turn around one day and it's been 50 years, and you really want to stop and say thanks to a lot of people, and that's what we started working on a few years ago. And our family first moved here in 1959, 9 employees and maybe 4 beer routes, and that's how it all started.
Now, you started with 9 employees,
Right.
but you now have 325, right?
Well, actually, after our last acquisition, it's now 350, and I had to correct myself earlier today. But also, we have about 140 here in Roanoke counties, in the Roanoke Valley, and we're real pleased about that.
Well, we're real pleased that you're here as well. Now, you are one of the largest wholesale beverage distributors in the state of Virginia, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment. I know that you distribute about, 7.3 million cases annually over 49 counties?
Well, when you add everything up, we're operating out of 6 locations now, and as you said, 49 counties, a lot of pine trees in there, but when you look at a map, it's a significant part of the state, and with, as you said, 7.3 million, that's wine, beer, and soft drinks, and when you add it up, that's about what it is.
Now, I think that's somewhere around 5,000 customers, too, isn't it?
5,000 valued retail customers. We service any retail establishment, grocery store, convenience store, restaurants that have a ABC license for sure, and then other retailers that sell soft drinks and non-alcoholic products. So you add that up, about 5,000.
For our viewers, can you tell us a little bit about the products you distribute? Give some names and some of them.
Well, the one common thread amongst all of our locations was the original Miller Brewing Company products. They're now been, about a year ago, merged with the Coors Brewing Company, so it's now Miller Coors. It's hard to keep track of all these. But we distribute a large number of products from different suppliers. Boston Beer Company, again Miller Coors, Heineken, Corona, on and on, a large number of products, and it goes for the wine business too. We're also the 7-Up RC distributor in this area, so we dabble in all those beverages.
So basically it's beer, wine, and soft drinks.
And soft drinks, and we really consider ourselves a beverage distributor.
Now this is a family-owned business. Now I know your mother and father started the business when they bought it in 1959. 6 siblings are running this company. What's it like to work with so many brothers and sisters?
Well, actually, Regine Archer, our mother's still running the company, but no, just kidding. It's worked very well, actually. We all have our own skills and our own perspective on things, and the good thing is we've grown enough to where we can spread out a little bit. And we're like most families, we have our moments, but I know I can go on vacation and somebody's watching out for the business, so it works very well.
That's always helpful when you can go out of town and know the bases are covered.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of your growth, you've had a number of acquisitions over the past, 50 years, 37 years in that ballpark.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about your growth and acquisitions?
Right. The first acquisition was probably when our father did when we got in the wine business, and it was back in the 60s of all times. But there was a wine distributor that worked out of Northern Virginia, and that's I think that was a strategy to survive at the time, actually, but that's how we got in the wine business. In the 80s, we purchased a distributorship in Charlottesville. In the 80s, another one in Harrisonburg. That was really our first big move in terms of another, area in a beer distributorship. Then it's been through the 90s, Southside Virginia and the Danville-Martinsville area. We have a location in South Boston. Then in Lynchburg, right in the middle, we've made an acquisition there, and our most recent location is the Marion Norton area, where we purchased a distributorship in December.
Now, I know you've won a lot of awards too, just a couple of them. If you would mention some of those, I'd appreciate that.
Well, we've been very fortunate, and again, what awards we've won, you can thank our employees and the people that actually produce the results that win awards. I didn't win many of those awards, but we've been designated when it was the Miller Brewing Company on its own, had a Miller Masters program, and we were fortunate to win that at least 3 times that I can remember. Those are in top 10% distributorships in the country. And a couple years ago, right after becoming a Coors distributor, won the President's Cup, which is, again, the top 10 distributors in the country. And that was our Waynesboro division, and we're real proud about that.
And those are significant accomplishments.
Absolutely.
Bob, you have given tirelessly to the community. Your community service has been stellar, and we really appreciate all that you've done, from your service as chairman of the state chamber to local and regional advisory boards and committees. And I just want to thank you for all you've done for Roanoke County and for the Roanoke Valley, and appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Jennifer Conley Sexton, the Volunteer and Marketing Coordinator with Roanoke County Fire and Rescue Department. Along with me today are 2 exceptional volunteers with our department. In fact, so exceptional, they have recently won regional awards. Welcome, Kay Brooke and Christine Hanna. Kay, I want to start with you. You've been a volunteer with our Reed Mountain Fire and Rescue Department for a long time. Tell me a little bit about how you got started there and a little bit about what you do there.
Well, I'm a firefighter and EMT instructor. I'm a charter member there. I'm a life member there. And I just enjoy all the opportunities to learn and to give back to the community. And it's just kind of the ultimate way to pay it forward.
You're certified at the Emergency Medical Technician Enhanced level, is that right? Mm-hmm. Tell me what that means, what kind of things you're able to do with your patients or the citizens who call 911.
It's just a little bit above EMT. It allows me to start IVs and just basically do a few more things than an EMT.
Okay. All right, now let's get to the award that you won. You received the Regional Award for Outstanding Contribution to EMS for Children. Explain to me what that means. What's that all about?
The EMSC Award is given each year to recognize efforts that help enhance emergency medical services for children in Virginia. And through my work with Reed Mountain Fire and Rescue, Botetourt County Schools, the Virginia Association of School Nurses, and working with the EMS for Children Committee at the state level as the school nurse representative, I've been able to help forward some of those efforts.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of committees you're serving on. That's wonderful. We mentioned you've been with Reed Mountain for a long time, nearly 17 years, if I counted correctly. Tell me what keeps you going? What's your passion? Why do you love it so much?
I really do love the opportunities to learn. I enjoy the opportunities to teach. As an EMT instructor, I teach a lot, and especially the EMS aspect of what children need and how they're different from adults. When I teach those classes, I really enjoy that. And just giving back to the neighbors and to the community as a whole. And again, it gives me the opportunity to sort of pay in advance services that I might one day need.
Well, that's great, and we love having you as part of the Reed Mountain Department and part of the county as well. So thank you for all that you do, Kay.
Thank you.
Christine, now for you. You are a member of our Cave Spring Rescue Squad, and you haven't been around quite as long as Kay has, but you have been there for a couple of years. Tell me how you got started.
I became a member there June 2007, and I took the EMT class and got certified, and then I've just been there since and been working hard.
Okay. And I know they're glad to have you. You're part of what they call their junior crew, is that right?
Right. The junior crew is basically all the members that are under 21, and we have our own officers, and we just support the senior crew altogether.
Okay. And I want to make sure and get this right. You won the award for Regional Scholarship for Outstanding Contribution to EMS by a high school senior. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
It's a competitive scholarship for $1,000 open to all seniors that have been with an agency for 6 months at least. And basically it was just an application with a series of questions and recommendations.
Okay. And how much was the scholarship for?
It was $1,000.
And how will you use that?
I will apply it to tuition for next year at UVA.
Okay, wow, that's great. Now, will you still be able to run with the squad, maybe on weekends or summertime, that sort of thing?
Right. I'll be on academic leave, meaning anytime that I'm in town or on break or anything, I can go down and run as I normally would. So.
Okay, wow. Well, I think, as I said earlier, you really are two exceptional ladies with our department, and we're so glad that you do serve with us, and even more proud that you've won these regional awards. I understand you'll now go on to the state level and compete for the Governor's Outstanding EMS Awards, so we wish you both luck for that. And when you win, we hope that you'll come back and see us again and talk about it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Stay tuned. Roanoke County Today will be right back.
Touch a Truck's going to be a phenomenal experience. We have, as of today, we have over 100 vehicles that will be out there. And the reason we're calling it Touch a Truck is children and kids of all ages will be able to be out there and actually touch, get inside, interact with, and operate some of the equipment themselves. But it's not going to be a hands-off experience, it's going to be a hands-on experience. Well, we actually did an event for the last couple of years, and we had a similar Touch a Truck event with maybe 10 or 15 vehicles that were part of this much larger event. Well, what happened over time was the Touch a Truck activity became the most popular activity. So, of course, we always do, you know, a recap at the end of an event, and we said, why don't we just do an entire event all around different kind of vehicles? And we're calling it Touch a Truck, but we actually have airplanes that are coming out. We have big airplanes, we have helicopters, we have miniature planes, we have motorcycles, anything with wheels, wings, and dealing with water. So we have other activities as well. Everyone will be out there. We've got actually the fireman's foam. Firemen will be out there, and you can actually come on out and get in this great big mound of foam and fog and play. It's absolutely fabulous. We'll have a balloon sculptor out there making balloon hats and things for the kids. That'll be fun. We'll have food vendors out there. We'll have 2 different kinds of craft activities, so you actually can make some things while you're out there as well. And then, of course, it's going to be a magnificent day. So just being out in the park on that day is going to be fabulous. This is at Green Hill Park in Roanoke County. It is Saturday, July 25th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be, as I mentioned, airplanes. We will also have some watercraft out there as well. We will also have many trucks of varying sizes. We will have everything from huge tractor trailers to bucket trucks. We're going to have EMS vehicles. We're going to have the American Red Cross out there with all of their disaster vehicles. We're going to have radar. We're going to have buses out there. Every kind of vehicle you can imagine. We're even going to have an electric car, a Prius, an electric plug-in car. So all kinds of vehicles for folks to get involved in and interact with. We're also having photo opportunities with actually a jet aircraft, minus the wings, but you will be able to sit in the cockpit, and it's actually fully equipped, and you'll be able even to have your picture taken in that one. All over the place. We have sent out mailings. We have made thousands of phone calls. We're actually involved also as sponsors with the National Association of Women in Construction, as well as the Roanoke Regional Home Builders Association, who of course have many contacts as well. So everybody's been out there. We've been spreading the word, and we've been making many phone calls. I think that, number one, it's going to be the most unique event that we have seen in the region. I mean, nowhere else has this happened. And I think it's going to absolutely set us apart from other activities and other events that are happening in the area.
I am stuffed.
After that meal, I have got to pass gas.
Powder room's right there.
No! Daddy's gas can kill us all!
That's right. Toxic clouds like the one I'm about to unleash could make everyone deathly ill. Even that baby of yours. Be right back.
Secondhand smoke contains hydrogen cyanide and other deadly gases.
What a guy.
He is a keeper.
Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
That's all for this month's edition of Roanoke County Today. For more information on Roanoke County government, events, and programs, please visit our website at roanokecountyva.gov. Hope to see you again next month.